the first picture. First picture, I'm going to cut across to Republic Bharat. We have the first picture of the terrorist. That's the first his face is blurred. First on Republic, the picture of the terrorist, of the bomber caught in Russia on Republic. That's him. And I have some more details. The detained Middle East resident confirmed that he had to travel to India to arrange an act of terror in retaliation for insulting the Prophet. Oh my God, the story is getting much bigger. Story is getting much bigger. I'm just getting in more details. This bomber has said he was trying to leave to India over a comment that was made against the Prophet. Maybe too early to conclude myself, but it appears that it could be linked to the recent comments. I don't want to comment or confirm on that. The suicide bomber's pictures are in. We're trying to get the video to translate the whole act. But if I can get Major Arya to this. Major Arya, the detained Middle East resident, he's a Middle East resident. Some more breaking news updates coming in. The Middle East resident has confirmed he had to travel to India to arrange an act of terror in retaliation for quote-unquote insulting the Prophet. That's the video that has just been released. I'd like to get your views on that, Major Arya.
No, it's good that he's being caught, but, I'll go absolutely with General G.D. Bakshi on this. I mean, there can't be 1% variation also. Unless you get aggressive. Today you were lucky. Russia caught this person. What if this person had slipped into India? There are thousands of people who come into India every day. What if he had managed to slip in? What if he had managed to carry out an attack, even if it was not successful? But the idea that there is a terrorist blast in Delhi or in the power corridors of Delhi, what kind of damage it would have done to the morale of the nation and otherwise also. So I think Russia has helped us, great. But Niranjan, at the end of the day, about our own capabilities, not just about intelligence gathering, but also capabilities regarding operations abroad. The ability of India to launch its assets abroad to neutralize terrorism is something that, we must start doing it, because tomorrow maybe Russia will not. Maybe this person comes through a country that is not India's best friend. Maybe he comes through a neutral country. Who knows? And maybe we are not able to catch him. We might be able to catch 999. But what about the 1000th person? Maybe he'll slip through and do something. So I think in order to be very sure, we must do this. General Bakshi often speaks about cost and consequences. You see, let's not wait for this person. This person has been caught. He's not been able to do anything. But let's figure out who was responsible and punish those people,
Going back and looking at the details, Major Bakshi, it appears prima facie, and I can't confirm, and it may be too early for me to confirm this, but going by what the Russian media is saying, and I'm simply quoting Sputnik, Russian news agency is saying, the detained Middle East resident confirmed that he had to travel to India to arrange an act of terror in retaliation for insulting the Prophet. Major General Bakshi, if I can get your response to that, sir.
The fact is that this man must have been apprehended some time back, because these things are not revealed straight away, but only after thorough, detailed, comprehensive interrogation. And once under interrogation, they start singing like canaries. So I see no reason to doubt the version of Sputnik or wait for really any other corroboration. If this is what the man has said, this is what the man has said. And the Russians are quite good at interrogating. So I don't think he would have been able to hide or fabricate very much, because I'm certain this arrest would have been made much earlier and would only have been released now. It may have happened that after that terror incident that has taken place in Moscow, the FSB was going with a tooth comb through all terror contacts, and that is when they nabbed him. And under interrogation, he would have revealed all this. So I have very little reason to doubt the Sputnik version, because I'm very certain that is based upon intensive interrogation of this man who has been caught, this would-be assailant. And once again, I would like to come back to this theme. It cannot be emphasized enough. And both Gaurav and I have been saying it again and again. For God's sake, if you are reactive, if you confine your reactions to just consequence mitigation in your own soil, yeah, you will be at the receiving end of this forever and ever. The only way you can put a stop to this is by being proactive, by hitting across borders. There are other intelligence agencies that hunt down these people in other countries and quietly assassinate them before they can even think of doing any damage to India. We have to preempt. We can't wait for it to blow in our faces and then go, shedding tears of anger and tears of frustration and rage. We just now will have to, the prime job of this country is to guard its citizens. And if we cannot, we have to preempt all threats to our leadership. Don't forget, you have lost 2 prime ministers to assassinations. 2 prime ministers, not 1. Therefore, we as a country have to be very, very careful and very alert. And the only way to prevent this is to deter such attacks. How do you deter such attacks? By making either you preempt them. You find out about this, your intelligence is active and alert enough to be able to detect, sense these plots before they fructify, nullify them before they happen, so that nobody knows, but quietly you have eliminated, killed those people trying to threaten our political leadership or Indian citizens. And if it does happen, you make sure you retaliate against those countries which have harbored these terrorists. You take deterrent action. You raise costs and consequences. Most of these strikes have been coming via Pakistan. Now Afghanistan would be another destination. They will also route via Pakistan itself, or they could route via the Middle East, and now this is amazing. We are still waiting for clarity on the country of origin of this assassin, whether he is Central Asian or he is Middle East. But quite obviously the poaching grounds would be in the Islamic countries. They'd lie and look for frustrated individuals, radicalized individuals who are radicalized on the net, and then subsequently, their radicalization is accentuated. And he, apparently, it looks like that he was told that you have to avenge the insult to the Prophet himself. And therefore, he was making a beeline for Delhi to try and take out some of our top political leadership. This is as bad as it could get. One is not sure at what is the level that he was attempting. It could be anything. For a country that has lost 2 prime ministers, we can't afford to be complacent. 3 years of relative quiet and we have seemed to be putting our guard down. We had this Pakistani terrorist attack against one of our military posts in Rajouri. And it is just that they were alert, so therefore a mayhem was averted. But why then should we have a ceasefire on the line of control? Why should we facilitate such infiltration? Why did we have a ceasefire when Pakistan was trying to impose the Taliban in Kabul? Was it our job to facilitate Pakistan in its conquest of Afghanistan? So I think there is a lobby in India which wants to have peace with Pakistan. It is very idealistic to hope for peace with Pakistan. But I am sorry, I do not see it happening. There is a lobby that wants to recognize the Taliban and have diplomatic relations with them. We will perhaps be the only country in the world apart from Pakistan which even Pakistan has not recognized the Taliban. So I for the life of me can't understand these peaceniks and how they go soft in the head in trying to be promote love and peace and amity in the area. It's very good. We would like to have love, peace and amity with all our neighbors. But if people are thirsting for our blood, if people want to kill Indians, assassinate our top leadership, I'm afraid it's not a friendly act. So we have to read between the line of all the peace overtures. And we also have to understand that while the political leadership may be talking peace, the ISI is not. The ISI is up to its usual tricks.